That's not how this works.
That's exactly how this works. What up, everybody? Hello, hello, hello.
Oh shit, we have people here.
Yeah, there are people here now. Yeah, right on. We're doing an AMA. Are you ready for this?
I don't know what I'm ready for, man. I think I am. Let's go. Jay, come on, get up here. You're a speaker.
Why is he just raising his hand? Why are you asking for
No,
permission?
I've invited him to speak. He's not coming up here.
All right, what it do, everybody? How's it going, Boo Crew? Another AMA, another week down, and it's been a good week, honestly. I think we've had a lot of fun. We've had a lot of action happening and popping off. We launched the pre-sale, obviously, and that's gone freaking phenomenally, other than, OpenSea throwing its temper tantrums. But, I mean, that's why it's nicknamed Slope&Sea, right? I think we will give
AMA
it just
chat
a
is
couple
open.
minutes. AMA chat is open. Yeah, absolutely, guys. If you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to drop them in the AMA chat, or you can raise your hand to request to speak later on. I did just want to say, I think we will give it maybe a minute or two where we'll just sit here and kind of chit-chat, giving people the opportunity to kind of hop on board. If you wouldn't mind doing your thing, just reminding people that the AMA is live. Let's get the community in here. Let's get talking.
Yes. Okay, Jay,
Hope
just
you're all
put out
having a good day today. Thank you for joining us on this fine day. Just remember, again, AMA chat is open. What up? Yeah, now I'm seeing the hype. How's it going, Uncle Ed? Omelet, great name. Love that. The Dangerous Nine. Sounds intriguing. Oh, man. What a great week. This is super dope. For those of you who don't know, or this is your first AMA, we might run things a little bit differently. Obviously, we're here to talk about the project and answer some questions for you guys. But a lot of the time, just like many cases, we end up just having fun and hanging out. Annie, what are you doing? Get up here on stage.
Why is nobody getting up here? Okay, Jay's here finally.
Yeah, no, Jay hopped up. Annie, get up here. Come on,
Annie.
what are you doing? Anyway, but yeah, so just for the most part, it's pretty open. We run this project based off of you guys, which means we run the AMA based off of you guys. So 100%, if you have questions or anything like that, drop it in the AMA chat, and we are happy to answer. But hope you all are doing well. I'll go through and just do a quick introduction for the newbies that might be in here. My name is Kingsley. I go by Viking on here. I am one of the founders for the project. I have a background in business and a little bit in marketing, and for the most part, I really just like to have a good time. I host a lot of our live streams and our Twitch events, so chances are you'll see my face or hear my voice quite a bit. I'll pass it on over to now. Can give a rough explanation of who he is if you haven't seen him around.
Okay, so y'all should have seen me around in chat, but my name is I go by I'm the community manager here. I'm the one you'll see all day in chat. Basically, everyone. I'm here 24/7, and yeah, that's what I do.
Right on. Yeah,
Also moderation. Also moderation.
Yeah, exactly. Has an issue with sleeping, similar actually to one of our other founders. We got Jay up here. Jay, you want to say hi?
Good evening, everyone, or good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you're coming from. So I'm Jamie, but please call me Jay. I am very much a family man. I've got a little miracle little boy that we tried to have for 10 years. I am the sort of operational kind of guy, very much a creative amongst the team. Written a lot of the sort of concepts that we've landed recently. My door's always open to DMs. I don't want to go on too much because I tend to. So if you want to know any more, I look after a lot of the marketing side of things as well. So if you want to know any more, feel free to ping me a DM, guys.
Yeah, 100%. Doors are always open. We are more than happy to chat with you guys, either DMs or the Ideas channel, or here in Boo Chat. I mean, I'm sure you've seen us around at some point. And then our last founder we have up here on the board with us today is Annie. Typically, she is a little bit shy, but if she would like to say hi.
Hi.
All right.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm Annie. I'm actually Kingsley's little sister, for anyone that doesn't know. Fun facts about the family. Yep, I'm an artist. I've designed all the stickers. I don't know what to say about myself.
Yeah, Annie's a
Cool.
rock climber, a tattoo apprentice, been in art basically her whole life. Super valuable addition to the team. She kind of helps keep things on the up and up here. So definitely appreciative of all of our founders, but more importantly, you guys, the community. Every week we hop in here and you guys are just feeding us new and incredible ideas, and we absolutely love it. And we're so happy to have been able to build a project with all you guys and keep pushing the boundaries and keep moving into the future to see what we're capable of. Without further ado, though, let's get down to the questions. Obviously, you guys have things going on and you want to know what's up, so let's hear it. Let's start off with some questions.
Would this be on ETH? I'll answer that. Yes. Just for now, yes. In the future, we might look into something else, but as of now, yes.
So
Right, yeah,
couple of ways.
Oh.
I just wanted to make clear there's a couple of ways to ask questions. We've got the AMA chat open, guys. Feel free if you don't want to come up to the stage and sort of go on voice, that's fine. Just pop the questions in the AMA chat through text. But there is also an option to just put your hand up and we can bring you up to the stage. And if you want to come and chat to us, then feel free.
And real quick, Quazo, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it, Quazo. Quazo, to answer your question, the price is actually listed at the very top of the server. If you see, it says server stats, and we have the mint information listed there, as well as in how to mint channel. But I will let you know the mint price for the entire structure. That means whitelist to public varies between 0.06 and 0.1. I say varies. It's set up on a specific scale ranging between 0.06 to 0.1. So if you check out the FAQ on page 2, it will have a breakdown of that. Additionally, you can find it in the how to mint info as well. And just to rehash on what said, yes, I will check that out after the AMA. Fantastic. And to rehash on what said, yes, it is on Ethereum, but if you read through the FAQ, you will see that we kind of leave that open-ended just because we are forward-thinking and we like to be as progressive as we possibly can. So when the opportunity comes to hop on to something bigger and better with the same level of security and utility that Ethereum provides, then we could possibly make that move. Next up, I do notice we have a question from Go Read a Book. You are asking about the breeding and if it burns the peekaboos. Jay, you want to go ahead and take this question?
Yeah, I think that would be a bit unfair, wouldn't it? Ask you to purchase 2 NFTs for a few $100 and then ask you to burn both of them to get a baby? No, that won't be happening.
We can't explain just yet exactly how that process is going to work as we're still building it out. But we are working to make it so that you guys can have a little Peekaboo family type deal. So that's something to look forward to.
So in terms of breeding, two peekaboos will get you a baby. It is limited, and not everybody will get an opportunity to breed. The only burn mechanism that we've currently got planned is the Reincarnation Potion, which you would have to burn a peekaboo, a potion, and some creative, and the amount of creative is to be confirmed.
Yep, 100%. Super Mengs, sorry if I'm going through these a little quick. I can slow down and vamp a bit too if need be. But Super Mengs, you said regarding high gas fees, will gas optimization be done? We are actually, because we are getting closer to mint, this is something that we have talked about in the past, but we're actually cracking down on this week to make sure that we're getting the best possible outcome for our community members. I can't give you an exact answer yet, but updates are always coming in throughout the week, so I encourage you keep an eye on the announcements channel, as you will be able to find all that information there as we make progress. And no problem, Go Read a Book. No problem. How can we get the Fanboo roll? So that's actually a similar structure to how you get whitelist, but the easiest way to explain it is this project very much operates on random acts of kindness and being built as a whole and as a community. We don't have level grinding, we don't have invite competitions, so similarly to how you would get whitelist, you will get Fanboo by being a extra supportive member of the community and being around to help and provide assistance and insight and knowledge to the newer members of the community and so forth. And really, it really just comes down to participation. If you're hanging out and having a good time and genuinely just being I don't exactly know the word that I'm trying to use here, but genuinely just being a community, then that's what makes you eligible. Sorry, Jay might have a better way to say that.
No, I think you nailed it. I was just interested on who I'm actually in the sort of AMA room, so I was just interested who asked that question.
That's the Dangerous 9.
The Dangerous 9, okay.
Got a
2
nice
seconds.
cat as the PFP.
So we very much operate on the community and what drives the community. We haven't done marketing for, we haven't got celebrity endorsements. We haven't got mass DMs going into people's junk folders just in case they check it out. We're very much an organic growth community. I've had quite a lot of collaborations, and so has Kingsley. And I'm sure the whole team have had a lot land in the last 7 days. And if you actually have a look at the stats, they are very much, and I'm coming off topic a little bit, but you'll see where I'm going in a second. So we have a much bigger ratio to online and activity users in comparison to actual members in the server, and that's because we are focused on good quality people, and we will treat our people amazing. And therefore, Dangerous 9, did you say it was?
Yeah, Dangerous 9.
Welcome to Fanbo.
Yeah, and that's essentially how that happens, just being a participating member. Real quick, I will just address this one last question, and then I'm actually going to have Annie interact a bit with you guys and just help read off the questions for me so that I can pay a little bit more attention to making sure I'm answering everything. But the last question I'm going to answer before Annie starts doing that for us is from Pokesum. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But you're asking about, so you came to the project because you really love the artwork. In terms of the roadmap, you say you've gone through it a little and are wondering if we could just summarize an explanation of the roadmap as a whole and the direction and the goals of the project. So I'm going to answer this by just taking a little bit of it, and then I'm going to allow Jay to kind of chime in too, because me and him have really been attacking, the utility and progress of this project together. So essentially the goal of this project is to make a big splash. We have very much so set this up as a community and a project that is in place to push the boundaries and change the way things operate in the NFT space in an innovative way. 2022 is a new year. We're about 4 or 5 years into the NFT market really gaining traction, and just this last year is when it hit its biggest boom, I want to say. And so 2022, we figured, is the year for change, and we want to do everything in our power to kind of bring that about, which is why we plan so heavily for longevity, is so that we can make that difference. But I'll go ahead and let Jay discuss a little bit more about the technical aspect of that.
Yeah, of course. Appreciate your question, first of all. It's actually a really good one. So this isn't a solo project to begin with. We are quite a large team of founders that all offer a very different outlook, perspective, and also skill set, and we bounce off each other extremely well. We actually met in the NFT space as well, for those that aren't aware. So we are located internationally.
Jay, I'm sorry, I just need to interject real quick. I'm getting a message from the members saying your volume is a little low. Is there any way you can adjust your input volume or move closer to your mic?
Whose volume is low?
Jay's volume. Also, to Reen, if you actually right-click on Jay's name, you should be able to adjust the user volume and turn him up on your end if you haven't done that already.
Yeah. I suggest you do that, actually.
Yeah, he said he bumped him up.
Is that better?
Cool. Should be.
Yeah, so I'll start afresh. So yeah, we've come into the space. We've met each other in the space. We all offer very different perspectives, have amazing brainstorming and ideas, and sort of bounce off each other. So we decided that we have all, I wouldn't say all, sorry, I won't speak for everybody, but myself and a couple of other founders have been victim of rug pulls and not having projects fulfill their promises in the past. We love the space, we are very passionate about helping people as well, and therefore we actually said the first plan was to build something of epic proportions and something that's very special and that lasts for a long time. So with longevity in mind, we actually built a business plan based on like a 5-year plan, and we're worked backwards. So where do we want to be then, and how do we get there? And then we started planning out the steps. In terms of utility and roadmap, we are looking to deliver probably one of the most enhanced roadmaps you've probably seen, but we also we want to surprise you guys. We want to make some positive shocks, such as the Reincarnation Potion and what have you. But we also want to be as transparent and as open as we possibly can. So you'll see that the roadmaps pretty much nails everything down. So we've got breeding, we've got Reincarnation Potion, we've got metaverse integration, which we are so excited about. We've also got game development as well, and centralized tokenomics. So for anybody that's kind of wondering what that means that as a company, so Beta Creative is actually the LLC that we're creating, which will become a launchpad, a project business, as well as consultation, incubation service, and kind of like support mechanism within the space. We want to, we are fully capable and confident that we can deliver on everything that we're promising right now, and more in the future. But in terms of what the future holds, this isn't a solo project for us. This is a place where people can come, that can feel safe, secure, looked after, but also educated, right? We can educate people within the space. We can welcome newcomers into the space with open arms, and kind of like, this isn't going to be a project that you should really and ah about. This is going to be a place where you can actually come, feel part of it, and that we are, as founding team and sort of like mod team and stuff, we are part of the community as well. You will not achieve a successful project, a successful business, and a successful community together without that sense of togetherness. So I've gone on a little bit there, but I think it's really important that you kind of see the whole picture. So Beta Creative is actually, the key ingredient for Peekaboo's universe to be successful, and alongside others. The decentralized tokenomics will be offered to other projects, not only launched by Beta Creative, but also that we consult with. They will have an opportunity to adopt that tokenomics as well. So hopefully, bringing much more value to the token. If there's any other questions on the back of that, I'm happy to continue.
Not seeing any questions that refer to that specifically. But the next question, Trash Monkey does want an explanation on how Last Man Standing works.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'd be more than happy to take that, seeing as how that's kind of my baby here in this project. So Last Man Standing is a game that is available to, or a competition giveaway that is available to members of the community that have reached level 5, which is the Teenage Peekaboo. Anyway, essentially how this works is 24 hours prior to the Last Man Standing event, we open up the Last Man Standing channel and we post a set of instructions on how to enter into that giveaway. Upon following those instructions, 1 hour before the event, we close the channel, I go in and we enter in all the names that have entered into the giveaway, and we put them on a wheel. The next step is we go live on Twitch, which there are announcements for, and trust me, you guys will have all the heads up for the event. But we load them onto the wheel, we launch the Twitch stream, and we hop on and we spin the wheel. And we talk about the project as well in there, but we spin the wheel and we work it down until the final name is left on the board, and that person wins an NFT. Additionally, to go kind of hand in hand with that, because it is on the same stream, after we give away that NFT, sometimes we will also run a couple of additional games. I used to do more wheels, but we have since found new games that we can play. So I'll run some other games, and we may give away some whitelist spots, or we'll just play some games and hang out together and just have a good time, kind of getting to know one another and just enjoying what the virtual space has to offer, I'm constantly expanding on this, and every time we get on this stream, I make it a point to talk to the community and tell them to drop ideas in the ideas channel, so that we can kind of build on this and find new games and go on this exploration together. I will say something I'm very interested in is getting like a VR set so that we can play around in some different areas, but that's future stuff. I hope that answers your question though.
Awesome. Thanks, Taylor. Oh, I mean Kingsley. My bad.
Both work.
Sentes? I'm gonna pretend that's how you say it. His question is, it was asked earlier in the Boo chat, how do we plan on getting more people to see this project?
I think this is another answer that's going to be taken in tandem with me and Jay. But essentially, the way we get eyes on this project is through organic growth. When people hear about this project, they hear about it from you guys. And you guys are hopefully out there sharing your genuine experiences here. We don't pay for promotions. We don't go the route of just spamming likes and invite competitions and stuff like that to get people here, because sure, that would grow our numbers substantially, and numbers are great and all, but it comes down to the interaction and the actual community you build behind it. That's what's going to secure your longevity in a project and secure the long-term value of that project. So for that reason, we kind of take an organic approach, and we run our giveaways, and we collaborate with like-minded projects to bring about a truly organic and healthy following. Jay could probably explain that a bit better, but as the rough version, that's how we do it.
Yeah, of course. Cheers, dude. I think I want to just reflect back on my earlier comments around those projects that are inviting us to collab recently. We could, I could quite easily, no doubt about it. Give me 3 days, and I could probably get 3 times the amount of people, or at least the numbers in here, right? We could have 15,000, but still be sat at only maybe 2,000 to 3,000 active users that actually really truly want to be part of Peekaboo's universe and Beta Creative. So in terms of where the focus is, it's around genuine quality content that will bring genuine quality people within to the community. Of course, we're going to need some more eyes, and 7 days before mint, between 7 and 10 days before mint, I do have plans to have quite a large marketing drive. But we are actually confident that with the people we've already got, we could potentially sell out already. I'm not saying that's a guarantee, but we are confident that that's not really a question right now. The growth that we currently have, and don't forget, 100% organic growth is very, very rare, and so our approach is different. We understand that, but in terms of like actually getting the activity within the community and people that feel this is a great place to be. You guys, it's on, a little bit over to you. You guys are sharing our Twitter campaigns, and you're retweeting, and you've been really active and saying really great things about us. That's where it's going to come from, as well as the marketing drive that's due. I wouldn't be comfortable, and it wouldn't probably sit in our values if we was to change things now. Everything, the growth that we're seeing is between 100 and 200 people a day. So by the time mint comes, alongside our marketing drive, we should be sat at between 10 to 12,000 members within the community that would like to be part and genuinely want to go on the journey with us, which is a much better place than having 100,000 people, and part of those people, not what we don't want to build something that you guys are just going to earn a couple of $100 on. It's very much a long-term game for us. It's not that type of server here. It's not that type of project. We want you guys to be looked after for forever, right? For at least for our 5-year plan. So I know I've skated around it a little bit. There is a plan to drive the marketing between 7 and 10 days. Sorry, I'm not very well today, guys. I do apologize. I'm not with it fully. Between 7 and 10 days prior to mint, so we will have some extra eyes on us. But we don't want to go in the direction that other projects have gone, just to look good. 100,000 people. That's amazing. That brings loads and loads of hype. But you guys, genuinely, right? If you all referred one friend to the server because you love it here, that automatically takes us to 10,000 users. So that's about it from me.
Nice. No, I appreciate you kind of taking that. You definitely explained it a bit better than I could. I did see a question, and Annie, I'm sorry, I know you're the one that's reading off questions, but I did see this earlier, and I just wanted to address it real quick. Trash Monkey, you had said an idea you had, or a possible roadmap addition that would go hand in hand with metaverse expansion. I really like that idea, and I would encourage you to please drop it in the ideas channel because we do read that and we keep a log of it. So this is an idea that I absolutely love, and I think is a great idea. Again, we don't confirm anything on stream until we've been able to go in, check it out, see exactly how we would execute it, and know for certain that we could pull it off in a successful way that would continue to uphold our values and bring value to the community. But I think this is a really great idea as far as it goes with our whole our basis of networking and consulting and kind of helping out people in the space. I think this is very much in line with that. So yeah, thank you so much for that contribution. And again, if you would please just drop that in the ideas channel so that we can get a log of that, that would be phenomenal. You can go on with more questions now, Annie, if you'd like.
Just,
I'm actually not seeing many other questions currently. Like after that. So if you guys want to post your questions, let's
just
see.
sorry, Annie. Just a reminder, guys, that there is a function where you can come up on stage and hang around and sort of come on voice chat if you want to pop your hands up. If you don't feel comfortable, there's no pressure, but that is an option also.
Phenomenal. Yeah, thank you.
We just got a question. Oh, important question from the Dangerous Nine. How are you guys doing today?
Well, thank you. I think, you know what? I think that's absolutely right. Maybe we should have started with those questions, right? I love that. Yeah, no, thank you so much. And that's very kind of you. Personally, I can say I'm doing great. I'm going to give a little bit of a shout out here because I do this a lot. But I'm actually sipping on some pretty incredible coffee thanks to the guy that actually just raised his hand up to speak. So I'm now going to invite him to. But I'm having a great day, actually. It's been a really nice day. Been reading up on some utility and looking at different ways we can execute amazing things for the project. So it's been a good day for me. I'll pass that question on to Jay, though.
Thank you so much. Those types of questions I really love. How are you, by the way? I am actually a bit rough. So I had 8 weeks off football over Christmas. I went back last night. I'm pretty unfit, and it's kind of like done me over for the day. My chest isn't very very good, but I'm still here. I'm still with you. I'm dedicated. You guys mean the world to me. So how are you?
Annie, you can go ahead and take this one.
I'm good. How are you?
Nice. It seems like we're all curious to see how you guys are doing. Naked Z, if you do want to get up here and chat, that's totally okay, mate. Sorry to kind of take a while there. Moving forward, it looks like we got another question from Omsense? Yeah, I'm not sure how to pronounce that either, Annie. After mint, do we immediately fuse to make a baby boost since there is a limited amount that will be able to do so? That's a really good question.
Sorry, just put that by me again, Kingsley.
Yeah, absolutely. After mint, do we immediately fuse to make the baby peekaboo? So do we do the breeding to make the baby peekaboo since there's a limited amount that will be able to do so?
Okay, so the plan for breeding, you will have to earn a certain amount of creative to do so, and you get 10 creative tokens per day per peekaboo that you hold. So there will be a time on that to actually get the amount of creative that it costs to be confirmed. But also we obviously got the website and stuff to get out. But I imagine the planning in our minds right now would be to, if people have enough creative after a month, then that would be the time of executing breeding. And it wouldn't necessarily be a first come, first served, go for it for all. We are looking at a structure very similar to our mint structure, which will be open to OG boos, open to fan boos, and then open to the whitelist. And that's kind of what we're looking at the moment.
Yeah, I think you tackled that perfectly. Dangerous 9 has come up on stage, though. How's it going?
Hey guys. Everybody, almost like three of you guys asked me how I was doing, so I figured it wouldn't be um very professional to answer on chat, so I felt like coming up here and saying I'm doing well. Blessed with the being part of the Peekaboo server. I'm working online right now from Jersey. It's quite gloomy today. But it's my type of weather. I'm enjoying it. Been doing great.
It's amazing to have you.
It's amazing
Love
to
it.
be here, of
Thanks for coming up here as well. Appreciate that.
course.
Yeah, I feel like it can be a little intimidating sometimes to hop up here with us. So definitely appreciate you coming up and telling us about your day. Honestly, the gloomy weather, it's not always bad. I can concur with you on that. Like sometimes it is nice to just have a bit of an overcast and enjoy like the air and that kind of atmosphere that it provides. It's nice. I can agree.
Right, absolutely. Especially when you it's the kind of day where you just want to be at home, just sitting down, sipping on coffee or hot chocolate or whatever, and you're just looking at your monitors, spectating. It is freezing, absolutely. But I love the cold weather.
Do you have any additional questions while you're up here?
No, I've been checking everything, and I just wanted to let you guys know, and I believe that I speak on behalf of a lot of the people here listening. You guys are doing an amazing job, and we can't wait for this to actually go live.
Thank you so much. It means a lot to us, that.
Of course.
Oh yeah, 100%. You have no idea. Trust me, as excited as you guys are, we know like what we're working on, so I can say we probably have the same level of excitement, if not a little bit more, just for just the giddiness of wanting to tell you guys things so much and having to wait just a minute to make sure we get it perfect. But we are as equally as excited as you guys. We get to break into this space together and kind of break down boundaries together. And that it just feels incredible. Like, if you would have asked me 3-4 months ago if this is where I was going to be, I didn't know for sure. But now that I'm here, I'm just so incredibly happy every single day. Looks like we got the Naked Z up here with us, though. How's it going, man?
There was a question right before the Naked Z. If that's okay.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay, sorry about that. So Gucci Panda asked 2 questions actually. The first one being, how long do we have to mint on the 5th? And where did the inspiration of booze come from?
So real quick, I'll take the answer of the inspiration for it, and then I'll let Jay talk about the actual scheduling. Real quick though, guys, unfortunately, we can't answer the inspiration for the booze. That could only be answered by our artist Murdo, who we are trying to set up an art stream with right now. Not for right now, but we're trying to get something booked in so that you guys will have the opportunity to just speak with him one-on-one and get your questions about the art answered. But he is the only person that could do justice in explaining that. So I will address that issue with Naked Z. But yeah, so unfortunately, that's the best way I can answer it right now. But I promise we're working on getting him on here so that you guys can ask him that yourselves. But Jay can go ahead and take the question about the mint.
Yeah, of course. Just before I answer the timescales of mint, can we? I don't know. The Naked Z's been up here a couple of times. Can we just make sure that he has the opportunity as soon as this is wrapped up, this question?
So he said he can't hear when he gets on stage, so I'm going to look at the settings and stuff. Naked Z, if you wouldn't mind, I'm going to invite you up and try and get this sorted while Jay answers this question, okay?
Yeah, amazing. Thank you. So you will have, I believe we did 4 a.m. UTC, and we did it over a weekend, both Saturday and Sunday, so the 5th and 6th of February. We did that with the community in mind, because we have done our research, and typically at those times over the weekend and 4 a.m. UTC actually on a Saturday is typically when gas is the lowest. So you will have OG Boo, Fan Boo, and Whitelist all be able to mint on the 5th of February at that time. That will be for 24 hours. We didn't want to give too much of a restriction, but we didn't want to go into 2 days, so we'll give you a full day. Based on circumstances with work and other commitments outside of NFTs, we felt like a day was enough to be able to give you guys enough time to mint. There are a couple of different price points as well. If you'd like to see how to, I think it's on whitelist information. Or how to mint, I think it is as well. And it's also on the FAQ, so you won't be able to miss it. So you will have 24 hours, and then once 4 a.m. UTC on the Sunday the 6th kicks in, that will be public sale. And that public sale has no time limit currently. We're very confident that that's going to sell out fairly quickly. But obviously we have plan B, which we're hoping that 24 hours for both phases will be enough to get us through. If not, I think we will definitely come to the community and see what you guys want to do, or the holders and stuff. Like, what do you want to do with after 24 hours of phase 2? Would you like to? I suppose it depending on where we're at the time, in terms of like what you guys want to do. But we're not just going to make a decision based on what we feel. We would definitely come to you guys and see what the approach should be from after 24 hours of phase 2. I know I answered that a little bit more in depth, but I just want to be really clear on like we are confident, but obviously there is things that potentially will happen that we may not be sold out after 48 hours. So I just wanted to make it really clear that that's something that we would probably come to you guys and discuss as well.
100%. Thanks, Jay. Definitely appreciate you always being so thorough when answering things, trying to be as transparent as possible with the community. Again, if you guys have any follow-up questions for that, please go ahead and ask.
So next question. I don't know if Naked has a question. If he does and things aren't working, if he wants to post it in chat, we can answer that first. Up to him.
Naked Z, he's just a sociable guy who wants to get up here and just kind of share the love with us and everything. But yeah, additionally, like she said, if you do have a question, just post it up in chat. I'm not able to figure out why you can't hear us, so I'm sorry about that. It might be something on your end. But no, Annie, we can move on to the next question.
Okay, for sure. Does the community have say in the terms of what they would like? And then, this is Gucci Panda, by the way. And then he says, I really want a Boo night lamp.
Right. So we've actually gotten tons. Yeah, for real. We've actually gotten tons of ideas flooding in about potential merch ideas that we could do for the project. And trust me, guys, it is something we are exploring, believe me. But just like everything else we do with this project, we are trying to kind of push boundaries and do something different to bring you guys something that's truly awesome. So we will release an update to you guys as soon as possible regarding this, but I will say that is an idea that I will look into and explore to see if it's possible. As far as the community having a say in terms of what they would like, yes. So to clarify here, we are not a DAO project. We are centralized, but we do highly take the. Okay, hold on. We do take the community's thoughts and opinions and idea into consideration highly. And not just consideration, oftentimes we will just turn over decisions to you guys to see what direction you would like to go. But this is very much so a community-based channel. So if you guys ever have any thoughts or ideas or comments, you can open a ticket. You can DM us directly if you'd like. I know that can be a little bit sketchy in this space, but we will, try and make sure there's as much security as possible when communicating with you all. But the Ideas channel is the best place to go ahead and drop them. We really like to work off of what you guys would like to see happen in this space. And like I said, with that, there are times that we will even open the decisions up to you to see what you all think. So yes, the community absolutely does have a say, because at the end of the day, we are building this for us because, in a sense, we're also members of the community. I'm going to be minting, I'll tell you that much right now. Not just because I want to participate in the utility, but also because I think our artist does some pretty incredible art. So yeah, the community absolutely has a say.
I would like to say personally that I would love to run the merch store. I would love to be in charge of that.
Nice, right on. Okay, Yeah, no, again, that's something that we're still kind of discussing around and getting what merch together that we're going to have available for you guys. But yeah, that will absolutely be an option. Trust me, we are looking into it.
The next one, burp that fish. Hello. Will Rarity Tools or Rarity Sniper be up and running post mint?
So, interestingly enough about this, we actually had someone that created a Rarity profile for us on Rarity Tools. And we were listed on there, and we had nothing to do with it. We didn't post that profile. So we only recently got in contact with them after figuring this out and had that removed, and we are now going in and creating a profile on there. So we will be in the up and coming area for now, but yes, the plan is to have that up and running for you guys.
Just to touch on the sort of community driven aspect of us. We've been part of communities several times over, right? And we know how important it is to build, and without you, there would be no Peekaboo's universe, guys. So what I'm just working my way through now is, and I usually do this at the end as a bit of a positive shock, but you know, I'm just working through making everybody that's currently on the call on the AMA a whitelisted. So congratulations.
Hey.
This, oh my gosh, this is how it goes, guys. Again, it's just participating, showing support, asking questions. Like random acts of kindness is as simple as just participating and sharing your passion and sharing your love with the rest of the community. So congratulations to everybody who is now apparently getting whitelisted. Right on. That's pretty awesome.
We have another question from Gucci Panda here. Is there information given on the contract?
Not yet. When that information is completed, because I will say we're working on optimizing it in the best way possible for the community. So with everything else, until we have a final decision, a final version of it, we don't release that information, just to make sure that we're not, getting anybody's hopes up or anything. Under promise, over deliver. That's kind of how we work. So you guys will get an update as soon as that is ready, though.
We have Minnie Ma'am wanting to speak, so I shall invite them up.
Sounds good.
I just want to shout out to y'all. I love the artwork. Thank you guys for the whitelist.
You're welcome, man. Appreciate the feedback. Is there anything that you would look to from that, because you're obviously passionate about the art? Is there anything that you would think about maybe, because we are creating 3 different collections, so you're all aware. We have the OG collection, which is currently, I believe, almost sold out after a couple of days, which is awesome. And then we have the main collection of 10,000 that's due on the 5th of February. But we are also creating a VIP collection, and those will be what we'll have in there is some influencer stuff. We'll have some, also Mado is actually doing his own thing in terms of like his Twitter giveaways and stuff. So it'll be a lot of that stuff from a VIP point of view will come from the community, the ideas, and also like Mado's sort of inspiration and stuff will come into that. And so if you've got any ideas around what you would like to see in the VIP collection, I'd love to hear that.
Nah, man, you guys know better than me, obviously. So, do what you gotta do.
Oh man, thank you.
Yeah,
if you
definitely.
do,
I'm sorry, Jay. You can continue.
I was just about to wrap up and just say, if you do think of anything that you think could be amazing, like nothing's off the table, literally, just pop it in the ideas channel. And Mado, especially if you do it in the art channel, right? Mado absolutely loves that channel. So feel free, everybody, to create some fan art, give some ideas on what the VIP collection should have within it, and Mado loves it.
I was literally going to say the exact same thing, so glad we're on that same wavelength. But just wanted to also say thank you, Minnie, for hopping up here and chatting with us. Love talking to the community, so anybody else who would love to hop up, please go ahead and raise your hand, and we will get to you in, just like a call, we'll get to you in the order it was received. I believe we have some more questions, though, so I'll let Annie go ahead and read off those questions.
So, Burp That Fish has kind of an idea and a question. Have you thought of the idea of twin boos on the day we get baby boos?
So real quick, just so you guys know, the project is, so most NFT projects, it's randomly generated pieces of art, and ours are 3D, obviously, so that's what makes us stand out a little bit. But because of that algorithm, I guess there is technically a way we could forcefully put twins in, but no, technically that. So we give the trait listings and the rarity of those traits, and then we scramble the metadata, and the algorithm assigns traits and colors and everything like that, and builds the project. So technically, we don't even know. Like, we know what the traits look like, we know what the colors are, and what the peekaboos look like, but as a whole, everything coming together, we don't actually find out what that looks like until you do. So yeah, that's all kind of a mystery.
Yeah. Next question. Do you know if or how many rares are going to be in the collection?
Yes, we do. So I'll actually let Jay answer this because he kind of structured this, and I think it's brilliant. So I'll let him explain it.
Yeah, appreciate that. So we will have within the 10,000 collection 30 legendary peekaboos. Kingsley, right. So here's the deal. I'm gonna talk to you about legendaries to begin with, and then Kingsley, you know how I sometimes can overshare.
Yeah.
If I start saying things that you don't want to know, the legendary status. There's 30 legendaries within the mint. Whitelist will have
Jay, can I get you to pause real quick? I'm so sorry to interrupt. I need you to pause because I'm having audio issues with you, and I wonder if the rest of the community is.
Mint.
Yes.
Yeah, his voice is cutting out.
Legendary.
Jay, I'm sorry. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm muting you right now.
So I am also having the audio issues with Jay.
Jay, if you could just do us a favor and disconnect and reconnect, maybe. I'm not sure. Sorry about that, man. I know you're on a roll. Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes Jay's internet decides to take a dive on him, but it'll probably be fixed here in a second. We'll get him back up on stage, and he can continue with what he was saying.
We have a quick question with a quick answer, if you want to do that real fast.
Yeah. While Jay figures that out, I'll get to that quick question, and then we'll circle back to it, guys. I definitely see everybody saying I want to hear it, so we'll get back to it, I promise, as soon as Jay's internet is fixed. What's that next question?
How many baby boos are available?
How many baby boos are available? So if you actually look at the roadmap and the FAQ, matter of fact, Jay would have gotten to this in his explanation, but I just invited you to speak, Jay. You should be able to come up on stage by yourself. Let's see how his audio is doing, because Jay could actually answer this. So real quick, I'll just take the quick answer. So the number of baby peekaboos that will be available in the project is 1,350. And you will find that information located in the FAQ. Should we get a test here? Let's see if Jay's audio is working. Jay, can you hear us okay?
Any better?
Little bit. I don't know. Let's try a sentence and see how it goes.
Right, okay. So I am really sorry. My connectivity is terrible since the missus took me upstairs for the Christmas tree. I'm wondering whether I should just go via mobile. Let me see how.
Yeah, it's still having issues.
And
it's still having issues. You're probably gonna have to go mobile, mate. I'm sorry. You're still cutting out. So Annie, do you want to go ahead and give us another question while Jay gets switched over to mobile?
Yeah, so we actually have someone raising their hand in chat. Memp, I'm going to bring you up right now.
Guys, I do see all your questions coming through. Don't worry, we will get to all of them. Mep, if you just click the accept, you should be able to hop up. There you go. How's it going?
Good. What's going on, guys? How you guys doing?
Very good, thank you. Very good.
Okay. That's cool to hear. That's good to hear. Okay, I just wanted to say that I am new to this space. I don't want to sound like, like a little fanboy or, just like a little kid or anything, but I am 3 months deep into the NFT world, and I'm diving in on a whole bunch of Discords and getting connected to NFT world and here not. And I just wanted to get a little insight on a little bit of projects and what they got to say and whatnot. And if there was a way, maybe I could work for you guys.
100%. I love that. I love people coming into the space and just wanting to learn more. That's actually what we thrive on, and the basis for our mother company, Beta Creative, is educating newcomers into the space, and even those that have been here for a while. So I will say, yes, there is a way to do that. We actually have a recruitment channel that is located towards the bottom of the server. It's in the other category. But it's just called recruitment. If you go in there, there is an application that you can fill out for the junior mod role. If you go ahead and fill that out just with the information that it requires and everything, we'll take a look at it and get back to you within a day or so, and get something set up to chat with you and potentially bring you on board.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I appreciate that opportunity. If there was a way you could like send me that or like direct me to that link or something, because I have no idea what I'd be looking for.
Yeah, not a problem. So go ahead and look in AMA chat right now.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, there you go. Go ahead and click that link.
Okay, let's see. No, I don't see no link.
It should just be a blue thing that says #recruitment coming from my name in the bottom of the AMA chat.
Nope, I still don't see it, man. That fucking sucks. I have no idea what I'm looking for. I'm looking at the AMA chat.
I'll have a chat with you separately. I'll make sure you get the link. How does that
Okay, I
sound?
appreciate you. And Ethereum and gas. My last questions. I have a real hard time understanding that. Just a quick. That'll be my last question. I'll be out of here.
No, sounds good, and we appreciate you coming up on stage and talking. Do you actually want to take this? Because I noticed you haven't actually gotten the chance to speak a lot today either.
Alright, sorry, ma'am, could you repeat your question, please? So you just wanted to know about gas, or?
Yeah, like, what is the whole purpose of the gas? And
Alright.
I really don't understand it.
So basically how, at the moment, before ETH 2.0 comes out, how the system works is there are miners that mine for the Ethereum network, they process transactions. They get paid a fee. Now when usually projects mint, a lot of people, there's a limited supply and a lot of people, so people want their transactions to go in first, before everyone else. So in order to make sure your transaction goes in before everyone else, people pay high amounts of gas, which is like a bonus to the miners and this is very simple terms, of course, it's like a bonus to the miners to take your transaction before everyone else. So that is in essence what gas does. On our side, what we can do is we can optimize the contract and do some other things like that, like make sure we mint at times when gas is low, when there is a low load on the network. And that is all we can do, and optimize the contract. But otherwise, gas is just a way of getting your transaction through before everyone else.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. No, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Real quick, I do just want to say,
ahead.
mate, if you do have questions about this kind of thing, there are plenty of members within our community that are very, very helpful and that would be more than happy to kind of help walk you through this process of being new to the space and everything like that. And I'm only saying this because we do only have a limited amount of time and we have a lot of questions coming through. So I can take one more question from you and then we're going to have to move on, okay?
No, that's okay. I'm gonna just politely leave. I appreciate everyone taking their time out to listen to me and to hear all my questions and to answer them and to get back with me. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.
Yeah,
Hey,
thank
as
you.
well. Thank you so much, man. Right on. Love that. Love interacting with you guys.
How am I sounding?
Crystal
Great,
clear, mate.
wonderful.
Let's get back on topic with the legendaries in the mint.
Cool. So I do apologise about that, guys. It's really tough, isn't it, when your actual 4G network's stronger than your than your Wi-Fi in your house. Anyway, so 30 legendaries will be in the 10,000 main collection. You will have a higher chance to mint a legendary if you mint in whitelist, because we will be putting more legendaries within that sort of supply than we will allow to go to public. So that's the first thing. 5 of which will be given. So again, just shout peekaboo at me if I'm oversharing here, Kingsley, right? So 5 of them will be sold through auction. after mint to raise some money for charity. We are very much, in the mind of giving back, and therefore 5 legendaries, whatever the proceeds of those legendaries, 100% of those proceeds will go to a charity or charities of the community's choice. So we will come to you guys and get some suggestions on which charities you would like to give that those proceeds to, and then we'll put out a poll to see which, obviously, what decision we need to make. The next 5 will actually go to winners. So we've told you before, we're very different. We want to positively disrupt 2022 in the NFT space, and I'm not sure, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not sure if any project has actually given out legendaries as a prize. So I'm not going to tell you which competitions they are for, but they are exclusive. 5 legendaries are exclusive to winners of certain competitions that you can all partake in right now if you like. Okay, so that leaves 20 in the mint, and we are also including some legendary traits, and this is where I'm expecting to get peekabooed. But I think
so that might actually be a good place to kind of stop you for that specific part.
Okay, so just I'll put it out there. We are also, it's not just legendary peekaboos that you will be minting, but we are also going to be including some legendary traits. I'm not going to tell you what they are because I think I'm probably oversharing a little bit, but you will be able to mint special traits on the remainder of the collection.
So yeah, along with, guys, obviously we're going to have commons, uncommons, rares, ultra rares, that kind of setup. But like Jay said, we will also have a couple of legendary traits that will be tossed in there. And they will definitely be few and far between. That information is TBA though. So so you guys will find out what those are eventually, just not quite yet. I have noticed we've had a significant amount of questions gone up in the chat. So Annie, what is our next one?
From Andy Conda, please elaborate on resurrection with the potion. What do our boos become? Does it replace our original boo?
So on this information, we cannot yet disclose exactly what this is for a good reason. But the little bit of information I can't actually, I'll let Jay answer this because he's going to have the better answer for it.
It's a good one. Right, so you will be able to reincarnate your peekaboo by burning a peekaboo, a reincarnation potion, and creative. You will then receive an airdropped new NFT that will not be part of the Peekaboo's universe ecosystem. What I can say is it will be a probability, and it will be randomly generated, and we will have in our vault multiple different collections for your peekaboo to reincarnate into. What those collections are, you'll have to wait and see. I'm sorry.
I was so going to wait on that announcement, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, so if you guys didn't catch that, to be super crystal clear about that, the Reincarnation Potion is an opportunity to essentially, you have a randomly generated chance to end up as a holder of another project. There's a lot of different plans around this, and we're not going to tell you exactly what projects that's going to be, but we do have something really incredible in the works for that, to bring some added benefit to you all. Let's just say that. Jay, I can't believe you let that loose, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, there'll definitely be no monkey business going on.
Okay. All right, moving on. Next question. We're glazing over that. Next question.
Next question, burp that fish. Will there be a weapon trait? Are boos non-violent?
That is a really good question, actually. I really love that, especially because I know there's a question in here about expanding on information about a game. So typically, yes, the boos are non-violent. They are more of a kind of mystery adventure character. So yeah, non-violent as of now. Everything is kind of subject to change with what the community wants to see and everything. But we do have a basis and a guideline that we follow. So again, some of this stuff is pliable, some of it is not. And we're all going to figure that out along the way together. What I will say though, because again, I feel like this does semi tie into that other question about a potential game. This is something that we are researching, something that we have talked to game developers about. We do not have a confirmation on it yet. And guys, I'm sorry, maybe you get tired of hearing that. But again, we don't want to say anything to you guys without us knowing for 100% fact that it's coming and how it's coming. So for that information, we are looking into it. It personally, from me alone, it is something that I really, really, really want to make happen. So I think that's a good indicator for you guys to kind of make a determination on that, to make a call on that. Anyway, but of course, with everything else, you guys will get updates as soon as we are ready to release them. We try and be as transparent as possible with y'all, so we will let you know as soon as those things come to light. But yeah, anyway, next question.
Okay, sorry, I was muted. Next question was about the game development.
Which I just answered.
Oh, cool, awesome, super sorry. I actually lost
sorry,
my place.
I will... No, you're good. I kind of tied that into the question because they are, in a sense, they could go hand in hand. Real quick, I will touch on that note with game development. Obviously, guys, we do plan on getting into the metaverse. It's written in the FAQ. It's written in the roadmap. So we are working on that, and we are working on purchasing some land to build in as kind of like a virtual hangout space. But yeah, I'll just say that for now, because they're obviously, in every area that we do something, we're exploring new, creative, innovative, boundary-pushing ways to do it. So updates to come for sure.
And that question, by the way, was from Iceman102. The next question is from Gucci Panda. How many OG boos are left? And if they're not sold, can others get them?
So that is a really nice question. Or, you know what, Jay? It looks like you wanted to answer that. I'll let you take it.
Thanks. There aren't many. I haven't done a count in the last couple of hours, so there are still some available. It is almost sold out, I believe, from the numbers that I received sort of, I don't know, 6 hours ago. They are only open to Fanboo role currently, and we have been very fair with the population of Fanboos because we obviously OpenSea has had a lot of issues over the last sort of half a day to a day, and therefore we don't want any of our Fanboo people not being able to get their hands on AOG because of those issues. So the deadline for Fanboos to purchase the OG was originally tomorrow, my time, UTC at 3 p.m, so Saturday 3 p.m. However, because OpenSea have had some issues and gas prices have been mega, like we're probably going to look to extend that for at least another 24 hours so everybody in the Fanboo population can have the opportunity in a fair place to actually buy an OG. If for any reason, which I don't think will happen if I'm genuinely honest, if for any reason there are any left, we need to talk about it as a team and decide what we're going to do with that. There are multiple options, but I would not want to say what those options are right now because we haven't actually signed off on anything.
100%. That, yeah, you answered that basically the exact same way I was going to.
Okay. The next question I'm gonna ask and answer because it seems it's a pretty simple one. JX Pass asked, can anyone confirm if Jay said we were all getting whitelist? I heard it talked about, but I'm not sure exactly what he said. The answer is yes. Jay gave everyone listening to the AMA whitelist. Next question after that. Oh, Boom. Exactly. Next question after that. Is there a way to route the transaction to specific miners if you have your own mining rigs? Was curious about this.
No.
From Pimp King.
Tom just jumps in. No. So yeah, there's your answer. Can you expand on that a bit? I'm not a miner, so I actually don't. I haven't explored that.
There's no way to explain it. It's just not possible. Used to be, but not now.
All right. Well, I guess there you have it. Sorry. Maybe we can look into that and see if it's possible in the future. But it sounds like it's just not a thing anymore with how the blockchain's evolved.
Okay. Well, Burp That Fish says, I have seen some projects that have pre-sell in ETH and public mint in wrapped ETH, like an auction system, kind of like we bidded on the whips. Would save a lot of... Oh, gosh, it just skipped. Would save a lot of gas for people buying public mint. Have you seen this system?
So yes, we've seen this system, and we definitely understand wanting to save you guys as many fees on gas as we possibly can. It is a great idea, but we have set up our gas in a different way, and we have set up our project in a different way, at least for this first project. And we are working on optimization in the contract to help reduce that issue for you guys. Definitely have seen it though. I've seen it both work and fail. So we have taken kind of the more traditional route of standard mint with just really, really good contract optimization, which we're working on. But yeah. I'm not sure if that was more so of a question of if we're going to go that route or not. The mint schedule is as it is set. It will be just in Ethereum, not wrapped ETH, and it will be on a mint basis, not a offer or auction basis.
Next question is from Burp That Fish again. What big companies do you think matches best to our Peekaboos? Who would be a good fit to collab with? Are there any obvious, like Crypto Dad's hitting it up with Budweiser?
Dude, so honestly, like, I thought that was an incredible collaboration, by the way. I think that's just awesome.
Can we do Spirit Halloween?
Oh my god. Oh, that is golden. Spirit Halloween. For those of you who may not live in the States or know what that is, Spirit Halloween is a seasonal store that pops up in vacant storefronts here in the United States that is specifically around for Halloween decoration and costumes. That is absolutely hilarious. So I think that's a really amazing question. Truthfully, if I could look at it, the initial way when I saw the Peekaboos, I thought that it would be really cool for Adidas. I thought that it would be a really neat fit for them, but obviously they partnered up elsewhere, and they've also started doing their own project. Not saying it's not a possibility, but after kind of discussing with the artist too, maybe Supreme would be kind of a cool one. They're a brand that matches up with kind of the style a little bit, we feel like, and the vibe. So not entirely sure though. I'm curious what the community may think of that, but also I see that Jay is come unmuted, so I'll let him answer.
Yeah, I love the question. And I love it for one reason, and that is because you are thinking like we have always thought, and that is longevity and, potential. What does it look like in the future for Peekaboo's universe? And for that, I applaud the question. At the moment, I think we did throw around some sort of designers and some companies within our team meeting that we feel that Peekaboo Universe would fit with, but we haven't had any conversations whatsoever as it stands. However, we have or are creating traits that could potentially become something else. So I can't make any promises, but we have definitely considered future collaborations with major companies, major brands, and therefore, and also, other influencers as well. So there are some traits that we are looking at adding to the main collection for this purpose, and therefore, we are looking in the same direction. Who can we pair up with? Who can we collaborate on a big scale with in the future? And we're already making those steps to make that a little bit more possible. So yeah, I love that. Thank you ever so much for that question. That's delighted me.
Agreed. I absolutely concur. Go ahead with the next one.
Sorry. Next question. Will boos get boo pets? From the Naked Z.
Oh my gosh. You tossed this out there the other day, or I don't know if it was you, if it was one of the other people on that call. I really love it. I think it's super cool. Still need to discuss with Murdo. Not entirely sure if it will be possible in this first little bit, but it's an idea that I'm more than happy to explore and kind of talk to the team about. Obviously no confirmation, but I'll look at it because I really like the sound of it too. So we'll obviously look into it, man. Love that question.
Can I just Sorry. Just before I move on, can I ask that previous question around the future collaborations?
The future collaboration, I believe it was Burp That Fish. Yep, Burp That Fish. Burp That Fish.
Bit of that fish already fanboo.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next question was from Memp. He said, "How could I get whitelisted?" Memp, you are whitelisted.
Problem solved. There you go, dude. You did it. Congratulations. Like, there you go.
Steve Z48 said, "Any fanboos left? Been trying so hard for it on Twitter and here and Twitch when I can." So Steve Z48.
Steve Z48, you are already fanboo, my friend.
Look at that. Just the people are asking these questions and they're like, oh shit, there you go.
Let me see.
Congratulations, right on.
Means that you're guaranteed also. Spirit Halloween would be a hysterical collab. Thank you, I know.
Wow.
Metal Ants. How are we going to make money? I love your project, but needs to be a good investment. I'm pretty skint. Where are we going to get the volume of people to buy our NFTs?
Yeah, so I actually read this question a little bit earlier, and I also see that there is a part 2 to it a little bit down that says looking at signing up for an OG, but it's not a sellout. All the item-based NFTs are unsold. Looks about 60 to 70 sold so far. So you might have missed it here in the beginning. We'll kind of recover it real fast. The way we do this project, it is very, very organic. We don't pay for promotions. We don't go the route that brings us a bunch of bots and unorganic or illegitimate following of any kind. Everybody that is here are people that want to be here or that believe in the project and believe in the art and agree with the direction we're taking things and everything. And those people are sharing their honest and truthful opinions about this to their friends and in Twitter, and that's how we gain our following. Obviously, we're also looking at collabs, and we have collaborated with projects that share similar morals and ideals that align with us. But the value for this project is coming purely from the utility and the community that stands behind that utility. And like, I'm trying to explain this in a really good way that answers your question, because I know you're looking at this from more of a technical aspect. I will say there is also the addition of the creative token, which is the tokenomic that we intend on implementing on this NFT. We are working on developing that and getting it set up in a way that you guys will be able to use it to make money. Sorry, we have to phrase this a very specific way because we are a project, Anyway, so the phrasing on it has to be very, very specific, but we are exploring the routes to make you guys money. These NFTs will have value, though. Let's just put it out that way. Yeah, sure. The item-based ones haven't had an offer made on them yet. Actually, a couple of them have, so I do just want to address that as well. But
we sold the crown.
I'm sorry. What?
We sold the crown.
Yeah, the crown's been done. Glasses have been done. The masquerade mask has been done. There's quite a few of them that are just item-based. Oh, the cell phone candle vape all-in-one has been done. But yeah, so for that one, you guys really have to take a look at the utility. The art is there. Murdo is an incredible artist. And it all honestly, in my opinion at least, and a couple of other people I've talked to in the space, the art is incredible. But what we really look at on the back end is the utility behind it. And so the reason this is going to sell, the value that it has, is all purely coming from the fact that we are an amazing team and we are planned for longevity, but also the utility that we plan on implementing now and the utility that we're working towards implementing in the future. And again, as far as volume of people go, truthfully, me and the founding team are confident that sellout is possible with the amount of people we have in here now. 100%. Like, why wouldn't it be? We have good utility. We have great art. We have a great plan behind us, an amazing supportive community. But obviously each and every day we are still working on growing and working on collaborating with new projects to bring that value to you guys as well. I hope that answers the question pretty well. I tried to get down to the technical aspect of it, but just because of the way other companies operate in this space, we do have to be careful with the way we phrase things.
So the artwork, just to tag on to that, the artwork will come in the main collection. The main collection is where you'll see immense, incredible art. I'm not taking the art aspect away from the OGs, but actually what we decided, and we put it to a vote for the community, the Fanboo community, around what would you like to see, and we gave a couple of options. And the work in progress is, it's a journey through Mado's mind and creativity, and we felt like that was a really good place to start. Nobody's ever going to own that. So that is special to you and special to Peekaboo's universe. The artwork will come in the main collection. What I would be really clear on is that please do not dismiss if you have an opportunity to get an OG before they're sold out, do not dismiss the utility behind it, because they are going to be of significant value. And both from an OG NFT and main collection NFT, we have plans to ensure, and this is very much alongside the organic growth side of things. When I mentioned earlier about we're not here for quick flippers and just making a couple of $100 here and there, we're here for longevity, and we are here to build an amazing project with amazing value for you, but also the floor price will increase. We also have plans to incentivize you guys to hold on tight, and we don't have to do that, but we're choosing to, because we know it's the right thing to do.
Awesome. Jay Kingsley, I'm still 81 messages behind, so I love your guys' long-winded attitude. But if we want to get through these, could we please compartmentalize?
Yeah, we'll try and keep it to the point. Guys, I do just want to touch on it. I will allow this AMA to go for until about 2:45 Mountain Standard Time, which is roughly another 30 minutes. So just to get everybody on a time. Typically, we only go for an hour, but I understand that we have a lot of questions. So just to let you guys know that there is an end time here in 35 minutes, or 30 minutes.
Okay, the next question is from Go Read a Book. I feel like it's best suited for is there a physical figurine of the booze possible?
Maybe.
So this obviously comes down to the topic of getting it comes down to production, getting mass production available for everybody. So we've tossed around the idea of maybe having a limited run available or something along those lines, but for now all we can really say is it's in discussion, and it's something we're working on.
Yeah, we're working quite heavily on it, so let's see. It might happen, it might not.
Okay. JXP Paths said, "Do you have any idea of what route you're going to take with the game?"
Annie, just before we address that question, it seems that we're concentrating a lot on the AMA text when we've had Wesley had his hand up for a long while. Can we bring Wesley up first and then tackle that question, please?
Absolutely.
So sorry, Wesley.
I've sent him an invite to speak. Wesley, come on up. You should be able to.
You should just be able to. There should be a notification at the top to accept to come to the stage.
I think in the meanwhile we can answer another question from chat.
Yeah, so they asked about a direction with the game. This is something we're all still talking around as a team, but as I kind of said earlier, gotta go catch up in a bit. Love everybody. Hey, see you later, Naked Z. So we're still discussing around this as a team, but like I had said earlier, the Peekaboos in nature are kind of more of like a creative, mysterious adventure type of character. So for that reason, we have actually started kind of designing around that idea, or not designing. We've started brainstorming and writing along that idea. But as far as an actual direction, again, I don't want to say something to you guys and then have it not be the case. But I will say that we are going to take an adventure approach to it. and have it be a bit more kind of free and a more free and open experience, as opposed to just fighting and stuff like that. At this time, that's all the information we can give, though, because, again, under promise, over deliver.
Okay, the next question will be... Oh, goodness, where did it go? I had it, and then it went away. Oh, have you considered collab with Selena Spookyboo on TikTok? I feel like she would love this project, and she has a massive following.
So, absolutely... There you go. I was gonna say thank you so much for bringing that up, because we are always looking for people that could plug in with the project. We haven't gone the influencer route or promoter route, simply because, again, we want to keep everything organic. But there are obviously those rare opportunities out there that it's like, okay, this only makes perfect sense, right? So
another collab question from Memp. Do you guys know anything about collaborating with Notorious Alien Space?
The NASA, yes.
Cool, awesome. Finding the next
real
question.
Quick, guys, I am just gonna address this real quick. I am pausing messages right now, just to make sure that we can get caught up and answer everyone's question that's asked so far with the time that we have. If we do still have time, by the time we get through that, I will unlock messaging again.
Perfect. Ivan J951 said, "Can we start merch with our Peekaboos? I would also like to have a barcode on our merch where we can scan and view my boo on the blockchain." So there was a question mark in there.
Yeah, no, I got what they're saying. Yeah, so that's an incredible idea and another utility that we are exploring. Of course, though, when it comes to your NFT, you own your NFT. That's yours. You have purchased it. You get to do with that what you want. It's you. As long as how do I phrase this? It's your work. If you want to go on and create something with it, then absolutely do that. It's your Peekaboo. That is your NFT. You know, that's how it works. As far as like a QR code to scan and view it on the blockchain, a barcode on our merch where people can scan and view your boo on the blockchain. So that's actually a really cool idea, and I've seen one other company kind of take on this idea, and it is something that I'm looking into. So as far as our merch goes, from the company itself, we will have some really cool things incorporated with that. I can't say exactly what that'll be yet, but we'll have some really cool things incorporated with that for y'all.
Okay. Last question, burp that fish. It's actually currently the last message. I think candy could be a good fit for our boos. I can see that boo candy selling out on Halloween. Do you like that space? Maybe sugar is the wrong path to water down. You want to collab with a candy place?
Candy is an edible candy. That would be so freaking cool. To have like a Peekaboo's branded, like, you know, maybe mixed candy bag that can be given out on Halloween. I love that idea. Please drop it down in the ideas channels, guys. But again, with that comment, like, if you guys do have ideas for boo M&Ms, that would be dope. But yeah, if you guys do have ideas, please drop it down in the ideas channel. If it's an idea about art, drop it in the art channel. We do monitor these. We do keep logs of them. And we love to take a direction that you guys would be excited to see. So 100%, I think that's a phenomenal idea, and I would like to see the same thing. So we will see. I will say that we are currently exploring the route of actual tangible utilities that you could have, or potential benefits. Maybe, so candy might be an option that we can look into. We're looking into maybe a coffee, or maybe, some other opportunities with our merch line. So you guys will see some updates coming out on that stuff as we continue to work on it.
Okay. Sick. Wonderful. Awesome.
So
cool.
Meep is asking about the fanboo and teenager role. So fanboo...
That's
Memp, sorry, I said Meep. Memp, the fanboo and teenager role. So teenage Peekaboo is when you hit level 5 in the community. You hit level 5 simply by just hanging out, sending messages, hanging out in voice chats, It's pretty easy to reach. You also get a couple of added benefits once you reach level 5, which is the Last Man Standing event, which if you head on over to that page and you click on the pinned messages, or that channel and click on the pinned messages, you can see a rough explanation of that, but it's essentially a giveaway that we do through a Twitch stream game hosted by yours truly. I think they were just trying to send a GIF, but yeah, this channel's not set up for that. As far as the fanboo role, though, that is kind of just, that role is for members of the community that really step up and do what they can to help other members of the community learn and grow and experience within the space.
Perfect. Are we gonna have a Ninja Boo? That's from Miniman. I can answer that. Miniman, a lot of the art is actually currently hidden to all of the founders except Murdo, and without him here, we're unable to answer that question. If you'd like to drop Ninja Boo as an idea in the idea channel, you can absolutely go ahead and do that. As far as the next question goes, any timeline on when we can receive our Whip OG Boo?
Yeah, guys, so we addressed this a little bit earlier. If you didn't catch it then, sorry. So what's going on right now is obviously there are a bunch of projects doing some nifty things, minting and what's not, and OpenSea or SlopenSea or BrokenSea, whatever phrase you want to give it that very accurately represents what it is. It's been throwing a temper tantrum for the last 2 days. I've been doing my best to accept offers when able to, but again, OpenSea has been down, or gas has been at 200 to 300, and it's been absolutely ridiculous. We did say that we would have those accepted for everybody on Saturday. Earlier, we did kind of bring it up that we may be looking to extend that timeline by 24 hours. Just because of the situation that is going on right now. But I promise you, we will continue to update you. You guys will be getting them here soon. And don't worry about the offers or anything expiring. I have gone through and taken screenshots of who has placed offers on what, so you will not lose your place.
Awesome. Will we have Peekaboo gatherings? I would love to answer this. That, at least in part, I feel like that's definitely up to the community. If you guys want to have Peekaboo gatherings, have Peekaboo gatherings. That'd be awesome. That sounds great.
No, in terms of like virtually, yeah, 100%. We're actually working with a partner project of ours that's called ChillTube. And they're helping us build a 3D space that we can all kind of visit and hang out in together. That is on the Muse platform, and it is currently it's in its own beta as well. But we are building something there. As far as in person, and you know, this may not be what you were meaning, but this is something I want to touch on because it is an idea that we have been discussing, and a route that I would like to personally explore, because I've seen 1 or 2 projects do it. I think it would be really cool, since we are kind of building this company, we are building this community of maybe potentially hosting a once a year kind of event where Peekaboos can meet up and use this as an opportunity to brainstorm and collaborate on things on a more of like a personable level. Obviously, that's just an idea right now and something we would like to explore further. But if that is something you guys are interested in, like, post your ideas and everything, of course. And thank you so much, Wesley, or not Wesley. Thank you so much. Who asked me that question?
Ivan J951.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ivan, for asking that question. I think it's a perfect one.
The next
Ivan,
one.
I also love that question, and I'll put it this way: if we can make that happen, we will make that happen. I feel like we have such an amazing, incredible community that are so supportive and passionate already, and I would love to meet you. Genuinely would love to meet a lot of you, that can make it. So if we can make it happen, I would love to meet you guys.
Perfect. The next question, it's from Wesley W. What was the founder Glenn's role or duty before leaving the team?
I can go ahead and touch on this. So Glenn was another business mindset founder that we had here on the team with us that assisted me in the in-depth like business and legal aspects of things that we were exploring for Beta Creative. Additionally, he was very much so like a dreamer as well, and helped us come up with a lot of what you guys see now. He is a very like people-oriented person. And really just like an advocate for the people, I guess you could say. So he kind of helped bridge the gap from his what's the word I'm looking for here? Life coach. He was a life coach. So he kind of helped bridge the gap in his understanding of people and things, and helped us set up and orchestrate things in a way that made the most sense for you guys and kept your best interests in mind and everything like that. Of course, we already do that. It just, the more people you have working on something, the better you execute it, right? So yeah, he was kind of like he took on kind of like a mentor, kind of counselor role, and assisted with some business things, as well as like working on collaborations. He was just, he's a really good people person. So yeah, just reaching out and stuff like that. Sorry, I use the word just a lot. Like that's essentially how you build a project is with people like that. That's what, that's what I do. I have a business background with administration and consulting. Similarly with Jay, that's kind of how we built this, is having those business backgrounds to kind of back us up and help us build.
Wonderful. I'm not currently seeing any other questions coming up.
That is perfectly fine, Annie. Sorry to cut you off again. I'm just going to go ahead and take over here. I did say we will run until 2:45, just so everybody is aware. That gives us about 12 to 15 minutes.
We did have a hand up, but I feel like they felt like we was just about to wrap up. So ESA 1023, if you do have, so if you do have a question, we do have time for it.
I have invited them to speak. If you want to accept that, you can move up to the stage. I think some people might be having issues on the stage. I think Wesley had the same issue that Naked Z was having. So, if you want to come up, we can definitely try for it.
So again, you should have a notification to ask you to accept to come up to the stage, ESA. Perfect.
There we go. Yeah, how y'all doing? I've been listening to like the AMA pretty much when you guys started, and honestly, I just like love the vibe, love what you guys are doing. I'm from NASA. I'm a junior mod there, so like this really correlates with me just because like we both kind of have like the same mindset, with not trying to get big influencers and this and that. I just love the organic growth in here too. So I feel
Thank
kind of
you.
right at home being in here.
That's amazing to hear you say that. I appreciate it. I think there's a lot of projects out there that just want to do it for the numbers and kind of for the revenue and stuff, but that's not us, and that obviously sounds like it's not NASA. So much appreciated. Thanks for being here. I hope you stick around, buddy.
Yep, we'll do it. We'll do it. And I just want to say, love the work you guys are doing. So didn't really have a question, but more of a, I'm glad to be here.
Hey, 100%.
Amazing.
I love you getting up here and sharing that with everybody. Always love to talk to you guys, honestly. Like, the more and more we can all hop in voice chats together, it just makes it so much more fun for everybody, I feel.
ESA, I appreciate that comment and the love so much. That welcome to Fanboo, buddy.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Hey, real quick, I just saw something pop up for Burp That Fish. I'm sure Annie might have something before this, but I just saw this and I have to comment on it immediately because I love it. Burp That Fish says, I think a Boo children's book could be a grand slam for the or a children's TV show, and with that do some charity for kids, like giving children a day at the zoo and stuff like that. That is absolutely incredible. That is the type of innovation and real world utility that we absolutely love. That is incredible and an excellent way to give back, I think. For bringing that up, I would absolutely love to explore this idea more. If you have some insight on a path we can get started on for this, I'd love to hear it. If not, I'm going to come away from this and do some research. I do know somebody personally that writes children's books, so I think that could be a lot of fun. Additionally, I did want to say one thing on that note, though. The Peekaboos do have a storyline, you guys, and I'm really, really sorry for how long it has taken to get it out. I am currently looking for someone that can either do a 2D or 3D video animation for us for this storyline. I've started writing it up, and and gotten a couple ideas about the direction to continue. I currently have 2 episodes written, so if anybody listening to this now is or knows someone who is a 3D animator, obviously our artist is, but he's busy with our art. But if anybody knows anybody or is a 3D animator, we are looking for you, and we are looking for an opportunity to work with you in releasing essentially what you just said. It wouldn't necessarily be catered towards children, but it is a storyline that I plan on taking very in depth to kind of explain the Peekaboos and take them on this adventure and bring to light this kind of entertainment utility for our community. And with that, I will just kind of toss out that I have been thinking around the idea, and this was actually discussed in a chat we had with some community members last week, of reaching out to some colleges potentially and seeing if we can offer this opportunity to people within their art program, which would be kind of cool. And also, I'm throwing around an idea with the founders to potentially have a competition where a community member can submit an entry for an episode idea and potentially be able to write that episode. So there are a lot of ideas for that, but Burp That Fish, I think specifically on the children's book level and that real world utility, I absolutely love it. Please drop it down in the ideas channel. And again, if you have any comments or ideas on what I've said, please feel free to reach out to me or drop it in ideas.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, thank you, Burp That Fish. We see you.
Awesome.
Next one is from Conspicuo.
Yep, Conspicuo.
Spoke with Jay about this yesterday. Currently working on a project and I'm very interested in collabing. Could you elaborate more on what kind of opportunities for future collaborations there will be?
Before that gets answered, real quick, I will just say, JX Pass, the message that came through just now, the last message on the board, that will be the last the last question we're answering, or the last comment we'll be reading up to, just because of our time frame. So anyway, Jay, it sounds like that question was directed towards you, though.
Sorry, my little boy just ran up to me. Could you read it again, please?
Spoke with Jay about this yesterday. Currently working on a project and I'm very interested in collabing. Could you elaborate more on what kind of opportunities for future collaborations there will be?
This is Conspicuo, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. So we are very much in the mindset of helping as many people and having a positive impact in as many people. If we can help, however small that help or assistance may be, if we can help our community, we absolutely want to. Watch us get inundated with requests now. So on a realistic timescale, we want to be able to. If anybody needs some support, and you may have seen it in some of it, like for example, our social raids, we've got a YouTuber that's trying to make it in the community. So he then reviewed our project, and we shared it to 4,000 people at the time that was in our community. So if you have ambitions, if you have dreams, if you have projects, and it doesn't have to be NFT related, I would encourage you all to absolutely open your door to us. It may not come pre-mint, don't get me wrong, we've got a lot of stuff to sort of handle before then, but most definitely we are here to support our community in not just the financial aspect, but the support mechanism that we will offer from a consultancy basis, an incubation launchpad, but also our business backgrounds, right? We would love to be able to support your businesses, even if it's just from a sort of marketing aspect or whatever, like anything that our community needs, we will try our utmost to deliver on. If we can help, we certainly will, but just please just be mindful of the sort of timescales that we're talking. We will continue that conversation around your project though, and we'll try and help as quickly as we possibly can on that one, because it looks extremely exciting.
All right, next question, Annie.
JXP Pass, and this is the last question actually. I know you said you were talking about legendaries to auction off and give to charities of our choice. Wondering how the community is going to vote on this.
Right, so obviously I don't think this is something that we could simply just take to a poll. I think what needs to happen, truthfully, and we can fine-tune this based on the community's input as well, but the best way I feel like to execute this would to be for members of the community to find a charity, or to bring us a charity that they support, that they know of, and that they stand behind, and kind of obviously provide so I think what we're going to do is open up a channel for this when it comes to the point in time that we're auctioning off the legendaries. I think we're going to open up a channel for this where you guys can essentially submit a link to the website, your reasoning, your explanation behind it, or maybe we'll do it in the form of a Google form. We'll tell you exactly how, but essentially the process is going to be kind of like an interview. We need you guys to present us with why you stand behind it, who they are, links for us to go and check them out and everything. To have a look at, and then we're going to put that into an area maybe on the website or maybe here in the Discord where the community members can do the same level of research and kind of look through and see what ones will be best. Because we have so many people in our community, I think we're going to end up going through kind of a filtering through process with this. I think we're going to start out with a lot, and we're going to have to filter through and get down to, you know, the final like maybe 10 or 15. And then we can kind of discuss from there if we're going to filter it down further or where we'll go from there. But I can tell you specific information on this will be released as soon as we have it perfected. As you've just heard me explain, there's a couple of different ways we could do it. Jay, I don't know if you had a note to add to that or not, but if you would like to, I'd say go ahead and do that, and then we probably should start wrapping up.
Yeah, no, I think you nailed that, mate. There are also charities really close to the founders' hearts as well. That won't take any priority, but we will also have that. I think the channel idea, so everybody can kind of see what charities are selected by individuals, but also, you know, we want to have a little bit of a say as well. Not saying that would take a priority because it's us, but you know, I feel like everybody should have sight of what these charities are and why people want these charities to be given the proceeds. And then, like you say, maybe filtering through that and maybe selecting maybe 10 and then giving you guys a poll to vote on which charities they should be and how many. So no, amazing. If we're wrapping up, then I just want to say one more thing, and that is kind of on the tail end of my previous comment around aspirations and dreams for our members, holders, and community. We have a live lounge, and I'm not sure if everyone's aware of this because it's not being as popular as I anticipated or wanted. I am a musician, self-taught singer-songwriter, or at least I try. So anybody that is trying to sort of make it into music or art, the live lounge, the application to come onto the live lounge, which is available at any point, by the way, we would just have to schedule it in for you. You would get an hour slot if you wanted to play some music and shill your social channels to sort of allow your journey to grow a little bit further. The live lounge is open to you. Not sure how many people knew, but I just wanted to make it like a known thing.
Yeah, no, thank you so much, Jay. Yeah, guys, like you said, we actually have tons of channels within the community, within the Discord, so please feel free to have a look around. The Live Lounge is one that we are all a really big fan of. We've only been able to do one so far, but it would be great to hear some more talent from you guys here in the community, so definitely encourage you to hop into the Recruitment Channel and fill out the Live Lounge form so that we can get you guys up on stage. Real quick, there was one more question. I know I said that we were going to do the last one, This 100% will be the last question. But Chow Boo Boo, sorry, I hope I said your name wrong. If I didn't, I'm so sorry. But the last person in the chat has asked about ad promoting the project. So we did touch on this earlier. Sorry if you missed it. Real quick, we do not go after promoters or paid advertisements or anything like that, simply because it doesn't give you the most organic growth. The best way we can do this is simply by talking with the community and having the community share their honest thoughts and feelings and opinions about this, and scale it that way. Additionally, by partnering with projects that are like-minded in values and mission as we are. I definitely agree, though, that there are a lot of communities that are missing out on this space, and all I have to say to that is you can be an advocate for the booze. If you want to go out and share your voice, I'm sure a lot of people would love to hear it, just like we love hearing you come up and speak with us here. So 100% I recommend going out and sharing this with your community the best you can. If you do have a way that you would like to see us approach the marketing, we would absolutely love to hear it. But for the sake of like keeping this organic and keeping this a close, tight community with real, genuine people, we do kind of typically avoid the promoter route. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for being here with us today. I will kind of start the wrap up here and give my other two members with me a chance to do so as well. But I did just want to say thank you so much. I always enjoy hanging out with you guys and having these sessions where we get to just really talk and have genuine, good discussions. I hope we've been able to answer your questions, and I hope that we've inspired you in some way, shape, or form to contribute and to be a part of this and spread the love with your friends. So again, thank you so much for being here. And I mean, the last thing I'll say is because of you, we're going to go to Jupiter because the moon just is not good enough for this project. 100%. And with that, I'll go ahead and end it on myself. Jay, I don't know if you guys want to say anything to wrap up.
Yeah, I'll second that. Thank you ever so much, guys, for joining the AMA today and also being a huge and vital part of Peekaboo's universe. Without you, there would be no art, right? There'd be no project. There'd be no booze. There'd be no boo crew. Like we appreciate everything you're doing, and we honestly, like, we cannot explain in words how much this means to us to build such an amazing community. I'm very reluctant to change the way we're marketing at the moment in terms of, mass DMs, whitelist. Like we've done this for a reason, and the numbers may not speak volumes in terms of the growth, but by the time Mint hits, we will have enough passionate people within our community that love what we're doing, love what we stand for, and cannot wait for the journey to Jupiter. That we will sell out. We will have a fantastic future together. I'm so hoping and looking forward to meeting some of you if we can get some in real life events going on. But for now, like, enjoy the ride. I hope that we have got some other things. So the reincarnation was like one of the biggest drops we've done, but we have got some other things to surprise you as well. I wish you all the best. Thank you for joining, and I'll speak to you in chat at some point.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Jay. Thank you so much. One last note before I hand it over to say goodbye to all of you. Again, thank you so much. And I will say, keep in mind when you're thinking about this project and how we market it and how we promote it, keep in mind this one phrase. It's about quality, not quantity. We will sell out and be successful because of who we are as a project, not because of the amount of people we have here. The people that are here want to be here because we are a great project. They support us because they see the mission and they're here for the longevity. So quality over quantity. That is why we do what we do. Go ahead and take it.
Absolutely, man. So you two covered everything I wanted to say, but I will say it yet again. Thank you all for being here. Your questions were absolutely amazing. Any more questions, feel free to ask in chat. There are some of you that had questions on how to, y'all are new to NFTs. Again, asked in chat. We're here to help you. That's what we're here for.
100%. With that being said, guys, this has been another fantastic AMA. If you didn't know, these are recorded and we do post them up on YouTube. So if you want to go back and review what we've done here today, you can always check them out there. But with that being said, thank you so much, everybody, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. We will catch you on the next AMA. Bye now.
Bye.